What is up, bros? Me, Josh here, and in today's video, I'm going to go over a game that wasn't so much like me playing well or anything like that, but this was a really good example of how good a strong team can be. Coordination, communication, we were really just dominating this game. I think in the end, like the kills weren't that really one-sided, but just the communication and the focus fire, and this was a game I really was just like, what the heck is going on? It was like a team battle almost in some of the situations. And one of the main things was we went into this and they had a really good division with their CV, and just comparing one, not only USN versus Japanese, but more of the just the skill of these carriers. I think theirs had a 15-point captain and ours didn't, and just knowing that the enemy CV is going to be a better player in general than our CV is definitely a one at especially this high tier of how strong CVs can be, was something to kind of keep in mind. But we kind of really overcame it this game, and it was a really awesome game. So I'm gonna kind of do it like I normally do, with doing my like play-by-play of kind of what I'm doing, but mainly just kind of focusing on it. Well, one thing that we started out doing was luckily our Fletcher in our division. We're running an Udaloy, a Fletcher, and a Donskoy, so a nice little division working together. Lax Mike in the Fletcher is a AA Fletcher, so definitely strong in any situations, basically undroppable. It's definitely a fun loadout to play. If you guys have never played it, you can definitely check it out. And we're just trying to kind of focus and really reset. As you can see right here, I saw that it was either the Minotaur or the Neptune, which there's one on each team. It was kind of hiding in that area, and I was trying to keep him just an idea of where he is. We saw the Shimon, we saw the Fletcher, which are their only two DDs. So we did have the DD advantage, which is definitely nice. But we weren't getting much air cover. Our CV was strike, so we only had one fighter with the S6 loadout. So really, just kind of trying to like live and not really be that aggressive, because if you get too close to like any of these ships, you're just gonna really get wrecked, really. And but we did a really good job already at kind of pushing their main group back, the Yamato back. As you can see, my division mate saying, hey, there's radar in 5 seconds. So what we wanted to do is there was still the Shima. He launched all his torps, so we know we could kind of push on him a little bit, but we had to be really careful because there was a Neptune and a Minotaur, which are just absolute destroyer killers. And this is probably one of the worst situations, the worst feelings when you do a radar, and especially as a coordinated radar in a division. And I think we hit this guy like once. That's like the worst feeling out of any of that. So I think Lax Mike ended up losing more life than I think we took out on the. Yeah, I mean Lax Mike went down to like 4K. Instead of like us hopefully like taking that Shima out of the match, it was not a very good trade. The Neptune was able to just absolutely hit Lax Mike really hard. But the Fletcher, well, we knew the Shima went away. He was on cooldown anyway for his torps, so we launched all those torps and really trying to take out that Fletcher, hopefully try to maybe, because they had already killed the ship. So we took out that ship, which is really good from our NorCal, and we had pushed up into a really good spot. Now this is when the really good communication started with the entire team. We had a Minotaur with us, we had a NorCal with us, and just look at this focus fire. Like instantly, as soon as that guy's focused, we had me, we had the Minotaur, we had Lax Mike shooting at him, and I think we even had the NorCal end up throwing a last-second salvo in on him because he was on cooldown. So pretty freaking awesome from 40,000 within just what, maybe 20 seconds or something like that. And this, we were able to kind of focus this Atago as well. It's just, this was kind of the chain of just like, wow, this team's working really well. And yeah, we started losing some ships on the other side, but we killed one of the DDs, so it's good. So we're gonna have more vision. They had one cap towards 0. And I started working with Coco right here because we knew the Neptune was still hiding behind. We knew the Minotaur was still hiding behind that rock, and we knew the Minotaur, or the Neptune, was on this side. So we decided to push, and this Minotaur came with us. So this Minotaur was kind of the star of the show almost, because he was doing a really good job throughout this entire game of not only supporting our division, of just keeping the focus fire and the damage out. So as you can see, like our chat throughout the game had kind of been full of that. So we started full of the focus fire and stuff like that. So I went kind of the wide. I was going to cap and then support Coco when he pushes here. So we had that. The Minotaur right behind us is right there with them. So boom, and then there's the Neptune. So a broadside Neptune to basically anything. I'm going to focus on capping and trying to pump out any extra damage, but anytime you get a jump on a Neptune like this who really isn't focused on it, his guns were actually on the other side. It was a really good job. So we've lost a couple ships, we've killed a couple, but the ones we've lost were much better. We lost like a Des Moines, we lost all these, you know, pretty important ships, and we killed that guy with really not losing that much life. So down goes a really strong ship in the Neptune. We had lost a NorCal, a Des Moines, and a Tago for their Neptune, a Tago, and Fletcher. So we've lost the tier 10, but we've taken out 2 tier 9s. So pretty good trade so far. We're going to get this cap as well. We've taken B cap back, and we're really starting to kind of make a push now. Laxmike's still alive. Gearing is still alive. So we still have the 3v1 destroyers, which is really good. Their Shima's getting really low. So things are starting to kind of roll our way. And it's really just... one, the main communication with, even like right here where I'm pinging right there, the Minotaur is still there, and like instantly they started having some communication. Like this other NorCal didn't even know that Minotaur was still there because he thought he had killed it, because the Neptune was still there. So I mean, just little things like this, and I think a lot of teams really kind of miss a lot of this communication, and I really wish more teams would communicate more, because there's so much, you know, even if you ping where DD is or where that, you know, not everyone's gonna kind of find it, but if he does and if he's paying attention, that's an extra gun round, that's an extra, you know, maybe if that guy didn't, maybe if that Minotaur didn't come with us, we didn't kill that Neptune. So I mean, just you know, every little bit of communication is so, you know, everyone talks about how OP things are in this game, about fire is OP or whatever is OP. Communication's OP in this game, and this game has been pretty awesome. So we're kind of doing some 1v1 trades. We killed their DD, so we're 3 DDs to none, and so that's definitely a good spot for us. As you can see, way on the 10 line, we have 1 battleship taking 2 battleships out of the fight, so that's awesome. And the Minotaur is also right in the middle, so let me even call out for the Minotaur as soon as he's there. But I mean, just like, look at this focus fire from me, from my division mate. I think the Minotaur even starts pointing in some shots, and just this game was like so crazy of just the pure focus fire, and you don't really see that. You see it in some ranked, and you see it in stuff like this. I'm just trying to get some defense over here, so trying to keep these guys in check basically. And I'm trying to smoke for the Minotaur. I think he really needed one. But the Minotaur is still getting kind of focus fired. The Yamato, they take him down, so 2 cruisers focusing on him. And me, I'm just, you know, trying to really pay attention and taking out his ship. I mean, just like that NorCal that was working with us takes down another ship, and he's done a really good job. I think he actually took down the Fletcher at the start of the game too. So I mean, just like that, I mean, dude's requesting support, I'm popping focus fire here, and like everybody's just like, okay, yes, let's do this. You know, it was really crazy. You know, you just don't really get that communication from people that you don't even know. You know, definitely if it's a team battle situation, or even in ranked or whatnot, it's there's definitely a bit more, but like in randoms, you just don't see that. And I love Guloy AP; it's amazing. Almost a 4,000 damage salvo. So, still though, even with this communication, like we're still not in the driver's seat that much. We have 2 caps to 1, but we're losing important ships. We just lost the guy that was in the corner, but we're still just focusing fire when we can, and they still have the CV advantage as well. So I'm trying to roll to the cruisers. Minotaur is if you guys didn't know, has amazing AA. So he's pushing up into those planes, trying to support me. I'm pushing away from him, so he has to go through the Minotaur, and he's just gonna basically just light those planes up. There's nothing he can really do. But the rune's piecing out, so it's looking pretty good. Although we're only up 1 kill. I mean, we have the caps. We have, you know, we're basically kind of every second controlling this game more and more and more. So the Des Moines pushing up as well. So this is when I kind of started to get a little scared. Des Moines pushing up, you know, I'm pushing away from this rune. So, and this Des Moines had no idea that, and there's a little love tap for Coco. This Des Moines had no idea that this Benson was here, and I forgot. I think it was our NorCal put in a massive shot on him, takes him down really, really low. Another shot comes in, and just like that, the one had no idea he was there, and everyone focused him, and down he goes. So that was another really, really good little situation. And also, guys, another little trick in here: if you do launch friendly torps, make sure you talk to people who are in front of those torps. Save a friendly life, um, because I didn't know if he had seen them. Most people do, but I did not want to get a friendly kill. So if you do launch friendly torps in a direction, be sure to communicate. This is there's a little tip right there. But like just like that. Really, we're in a really, really good spot for the rest of this game. Their two battleships are way in the corner. Their other cruisers way south with the CV. We have 3 DDs, although Lexmug is super low. He's got like 27 life. We have really strong ships. That just shows the power of focus firing and being in good positions. And you know, that Des Moines was in an awesome situation, or in a bad situation, because our gearing was in such a good situation. You know, we had taken out one threat, so he could focus on another one. And you don't. This game just really amazed me of like how good even little things of using the F keys, and that dude got murdered. Using the F keys, and you know, just little things like affirmative or focus fire or stuff like that. You know, little things like that can really make or break a game. And it was really, really cool to see. Like my damage was pretty minuscule this game compared to like a normal Udaloy. I mean, this isn't like, oh my gosh, check out my game. This was more check out what my team did, and well, what me and my team did. You know, it's not like an amazing damage game at all. But I mean, now we're just kind of laughing all the way to the bank because there's nothing much they can really do. So we're just trying to keep the damage in. On this Bismarck, I'm pushing towards the CV. That's one of the main things I wanted to do. But it's hard to not farm a broadside Bismarck, especially one that's going to give you. So I'm trying to get the fires on him as much as I can. Get a couple fires. He doesn't have a repair. And then once I get a fire or two, my rule of thumb is get like a fire or two. I like 2 fires preferably, and then really start focusing with the AP. But I got a little unlucky with my rolls on how much damage I was gonna do, so wasn't really able to kind of do the damage from the fire, get some fires on him, and then switch to AP. That's in a Russian DD, it's insanely strong. I mean, as you saw against the Ruin, I was rocking like 3-4K salvos of AP, so it's pretty crazy. So I see the Bismarck, he's running away. I think he's got like 3 or 4 fires on him. I think we get 1 more on him. I'm trying to remember if I get 1 more on this guy. And of course the Udaloy is massive, so we took a nice little shot right there, but it didn't really matter. Still trying to keep him. As you can see, both superstructure fires. He doesn't have one on the back end of his ship, so I was trying to snag that little spot, that little piece of real estate if possible. But mainly I'm just heading towards the Taiho and hopefully trying to get that. So I think we have like at least one fire burning on him is ours. Yeah, we snagged him with 1 more fire, I remember that. So double fire. I think he's sitting on 3 fires with no repair for at least like 30 seconds or something like that. So that is just absolutely brutal. But yeah, guys, that's it. Communication's OP. Try to do it. I mean, I know some people just aren't going to listen, and some people don't want to communicate and stuff like that. And even if you do communicate, like when you say, hey, I'll drop a smoke for you, and they just drive right through the smoke, it can be maddening. But I mean, it's when teams do work together, it's pretty crazy, guys. So that's it for me. Hope you guys like this. I'm gonna try to do more videos like this, kind of going into like the thought process and kind of showing off certain aspects of the game. So hope you guys are enjoying these. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.